We are here at King Law, and if you don't know, we've started to take on cases that have to do with Camp Lejeune, and you have a few updates on some of the facts that are going on along with these cases. Want to update us?
Yeah, so Camp Lejeune, contaminated water, 1953 till 1987, and on August 10th, President Biden signed the Camp Lejeune Justice Act as part of the PACT Act. And that allows people who were exposed to contaminated water at Camp Lejeune to make a claim for pain and suffering. That's the overview. But as far as the latest news, what's going on, so the biggest deal is the president signed the law. And it went to the House, and then it went to the Senate, and then it went back to the House, and went back to the Senate. And then there was a debate about how it was going to get funded. And finally, that all passed around the end of July, went to the president. The president signed it. So that's the biggest update, is it has been the law of the United States for 1 week. Have any cases been filed in court? The answer is no. So what has to happen? The Department of the Navy needs to receive a notice of intention to file a claim. So people are right now beginning to file notice of intention to file a claim. And that is, here's the proof of my exposure. Here's the proof of my illness. Here's when I was there. Here's the chemical that I was exposed to. And this is what I'm requesting, an amount of money.
Okay.
So those are going in, those are getting submitted, and they will be presumably rejected by the Department of Navy, and then you can proceed to file a claim in the Eastern District of North Carolina.
And that's just kind of like the procedure of what's going to happen.
Yeah, that's the procedure. There's a lot of lawyers that are trying to get involved. There's a lot of ads on TV. There's a lot of information out there. And people are getting bombarded. We're getting a lot of calls. People have called us and they have not received the right information. We're doing our best to put out accurate information, and it is difficult to find accurate information online right now. There have been many, many iterations of this law over the course of several years. There are ads that are running on TV that have the wrong dates.
I've seen that.
There are ads on TV that are not law firms, that when you call are marketing agencies that will sell their leads to law firms.
So they're basically selling your information.
I don't want to say what they're doing, but I know that some.
I can. It sounds like they're selling your information.
There are different ways that law firms market, and we do it how we do it. We try to put out good information, and what other people do, we don't control. But I know that some of the ads are run by agencies and not law firms. Sometimes multiple law firms use the same agency, and how that works, I don't know. That's not what we do. But you have a lot of organizations that are also trying to figure out what this means. The VA, the VFWs, AMVETS, leaving today to go down to the AMVET National Conference in New Orleans. And so you have a tremendous right that has been created for all of these folks. And all the people who have skin in the game are trying to figure out what that means for them. So that's kind of I think that's the mood of the moment.
Okay.
The mood of the moment is, what does this mean for me as an individual if you're a person who's been affected medically? And if you're a family member, what does this mean for our family? And then if you're an organization, whether it's a VFW, American Legion, AMVETS, or Marine Corps League, what does this mean for our group of people, and how can we support our members? Things like that. And kind of what I'm telling veterans is, maybe this doesn't affect you, but it's also a really big moment in time because it stands for the idea that the government should take care of its veterans, and the veterans should be taken care of by the government. The families of veterans should be taken care of. So even if you weren't at Lejeune, maybe you were at Pendleton, or maybe you were at a different place, and the idea, this could have been you. This could have been somebody that you knew. It could be your family. And maybe this particular instance doesn't affect you, but the idea that we need to get behind our veterans.
Just having the empathy and the support of, yes, because it could have been you want to help someone who is going through it.
And you also want lawmakers who are going to stand up and say, we're going to back these people. And yeah, this group of people was at Lejeune, but there's going to be other contaminated sites. You heard it here first. There's going to be other things, and that was the PACT Act, toxic exposure through burn pits, toxic exposure through Agent Orange. There's other toxic exposure, and there will be other moments and times where other groups of veterans need the support of our government. And yeah, maybe this is important for all of the organizations, in my opinion, because the government stepped up and is really doing the right thing for this group of people, and hopefully they continue to do that in the future.